meeting point. My name is Michael Ikogo. There's a popular saying that the youth are the life wire of every society. But the poorly managed and uncoordinated youth will definitely become a problem to such a society. This is the situation we have find ourselves in the most populous black nation. Hardly a day passes without one hearing cases of crimes being committed by the youths. Majority of the youths who are supposed to be the future leaders are now involved in social vices such as kidnapping, drug abuse, ritual killings, armed robbery, cultism, and rape. Studies have shown that most youths engage in social vices as a result of lack of parental care, peer pressure, poverty, broken homes, unemployment, get-rich-quick syndrome, economic recession, pressure from society, among others. This brings us to today's topic, rising cases of social vices among Nigerian youths. I have in the studio two gentlemen to help do justice to today's topic. By my far left is Eda Iwere Okungbowa of the Nation newspapers. Iwere, welcome.
Many thanks for having me in the program.
We have also a very promising youth from here, Delta State, Mr. Chima Ajabor.
I'm honored to be here, sir.
Chima is a graduate, he's a musician, and also a keke rider.
Yes, sir.
You are welcome to the studio.
Yes, sir.
Let me start with you, Nesta. You are a father, and you are aware of the vices we are having basically in Nigeria today. The youth are no longer interested in looking at what will, give them sound image, but all they are interested in is, going into issues that sometimes will lead them into prison or end up killing their friends, killing their relations, all in the name of trying to get rich quick. How do you see this situation?
Yeah, it is a very disturbing situation. We are in a very dire state, as a nation, as a people. How our youths have totally lost focus and the pursuit of inordinate ambition, because it is good to be ambitious, but when it becomes excessive, it becomes a danger to society and to the individual. So, but it is a shame that the youths are supposed to be the very foundation for economic, social development, have completely derailed, and they have lost focus completely. Today, our youth no longer aspire to hold responsible, they no longer desire to contribute their energies, their abilities, their creativity towards the upliftment of society. They have resorted to shortcuts. They want wealth, they want success, they want fame, but they are not prepared to do the needful, the work, because there is a work to achieve, to get to a goal, and they are not ready to sacrifice time, energy, and effort. So today, the society has been exposed to all of the consequences of wayward youths. So it is a very big slap on society We do not have control over the very, very vibrant essence of humanity. That's the youth, because it is from there every other thing springs forth from. So until we begin to rethink the situation we find ourselves, we begin to think how to refocus the minds of our youth onto more productive ventures, we will continue to wallow in this quagmire we have found ourselves.
Before I come to Chima, I'm going to give some instances that the Commissioner of Police Delta State, Ari Mohammed Ali, when he was briefing the press just a few days ago, made us to understand some of the crimes used within the age bracket of 20, 23, 22, 19, 30. We have committed. One major one is the one that touched me most. That on 16/7/2022, the DP of Zoro Division received a distress call that one. Should I mention the name or just go ahead?
Yeah, the name is already.
The name is already there because the commissioner mentioned it. One gospel Adieti, aged 23 years, 23, of Oramudu quarters, inflicted machete cut on his girlfriend, one Gift Oluku, aged 23 years. She was taken to the hospital where she was confirmed dead. Investigation revealed that a fight ensued between the both of them over a disagreement. The suspect claimed that the late girl now damaged his iPhone 11 Pro Max while they were fighting, which angered him, and he used a machete on the suspect, on the girl, and the girl finally died. There's another one that is a sequel to the murder of one Isaac Odubu, male, and his wife in my community. The command acted on intelligence, which led to the arrest of 3 suspects, namely Chukwudi Sunday, Onyebuchi Paul, Ifeanyi Enuma. That investigation revealed that all the 3 suspects were working for the couple, but decided to go into the business of internet fraud. In their quest for money to buy phones and data, they stormed the house of the couple at night to rob them, during which they killed the couple. 2 of the suspects, Chukwudi Sunday and Onyebuchi Paul, raped the wife before she finally gave up the ghost. Another pathetic one that happened in Edo State, a 19-year-old young lady has been raped brutally, stabbed to death in her family home in Agenigbode, Edo State. The victim, identified as Precious Igbokwade, remained home alone after her siblings and parents went to church on Sunday, July 17. However, the family was greeted with blood stains all over their home upon their return from service, with Precious lying lifeless when they returned. The family also noticed that the deceased was raped before her assailant killed her. These are some of the things. There are so many. We have lost count of some of these things that are happening in our society today. And they are basically perpetuated by the use of this generation. Sometimes the rising case of missing persons is something that we cannot even remember the number on a daily basis. And if you check the age bracket of those who are missing, it's the same, their peers that are perpetuating this. We also read about 115-year-old boy who is in JSS3. He took his friends to a ritualist for money ritual. And when they got there, I don't know what really transpired. The ritualist asked him, "Who is this?" He says, "My friend, he's my best friend." He said, "You brought him for it?" I say, "Yes." They now asked him, "If we give you cutlass to cut off the head of this boy, will you?" Say, "Yes." The boy that he brought started bleeding that, "Oh, I'm the only son of my parents. Please don't kill me." They now asked him, "If you make this one, what will you use it for?" He said, "We use it to buy JK, these messages that's training among somebody, a JSS3 student." You understand? We also read another one that happened in Saple. 14 years old. They say the guy went to Ghana and came back with an egg. That the instruction is that he should use the egg to stone his father. That the father will turn to money tree. But unfortunately, it's like he was arguing with his his peers. And at the end of the day, the egg got broken. So the guy ran mad. These are the use that we supposed to be, useful to this society, but they are all going away. I will come back to you again because you are a father. So for all these scenarios we have seen, what do you think has led us to this place, to where we are today?
It is very simple. We have lost it as a nation. Our moral voice, we have lost it. So we really cannot rebuke, control, and supervise our children and ward. The parents have actually completely lost it because they did not have any moral authority to begin to talk about the failures of the youth when they themselves have failed as parents. It is not as if to say parenting is the only cause for this waywardness, this the inordinate ambition of our youth. It is that parents are not the sole cause because there's a corresponding, there's another side to it. There's a society. Even though you can argue that it is individual homes that make up the society, but society as a whole, what are the values societies hold as dear? What values the society hold as dear? If it is a society that worships and adores wealth, irrespective of how it comes about, you can expect this kind of behavior from the type of youths we are having today. And also the fact that there's this return, I don't know why to call it return, this superstitious belief of money rituals that has taken hold of our youth. It is the very reason for that, the raison d'etre for that must be indolence. If the youth do not see any reason to work for, to make a living, where else do you think the nation would be headed, if not the road to perdition? So, ritual money making is something that I cannot understand how it came about. It is un-African for anybody to hope to get money and they do not have the resource, won't put in the required effort to make money. It is un-African. African societies have always been proactive. African societies have always used the resources within to grow and develop. That is, and it is the resources are the human resources. I mean, ancient African societies that grew into empires. How did you think those empires were formed, if not resting solely on the prowess, on the ability of youth? So it is un-African when this strange habit of seeking wealth through ritual means. I know that all of the persons used for ritual purposes, they all died in vain, because I do not believe that spilling human blood can transmute to raw physical cash. It's unscientific. It's not possible. I have nations that are wealthy all over the world. Go and research them. They have all of them, without exception, have placed premium on hard work. Yeah. Any other thing anybody tells you about creating wealth that precludes hard work, the person is only indulging in self-delusion. Yeah. So how our youths have grown to embrace this kind of diabolic means to make wealth, I can't explain it. Yeah. our youth should, I'm sure, like I said, society is to blame. Government plays a very huge role in this. The churches, religious bodies, they all should share in the blame, because people see what is happening. Youths see how our politicians make wealth, ill-gotten wealth, our businessmen, even the society generally. So naturally, virtue is at its lowest ebb.
Okay, Okumbo, I will come back to you. Well, what interests me to bring Chima Ajabor is I boarded his keke in Asaba here, and he was playing music and singing along. I asked, "Oh boy, you are enjoying this music?" He said, "Yes." I said, "It's like you know it very well." He says, "That is his music." Unfortunately for me, I now inquired more. Where are you based in Asaba? I said, "Yes." "Where are you from?" "He's from my kingdom." And I went further to ask him. You went to school? Say yes. He's a graduate of electronics from Auchi Polytechnic, HND holder. But he has not allowed the situation in this country to weigh him down. He's riding keke in Asaba today to make ends meet. Outside that, he's a musician. He has an album that in the course of this program, we're going to play the video so that you understand what I'm saying. So, Chima, I want to ask you, how are you? You speak up because you are so that people can hear you. So
Fine.
You attended Auchi Polytechnic,
yes,
and today you are in Asaba riding keke. How do you feel riding keke in Asaba?
Well, I don't feel better because it's not where I want to get to. I'm really into music because it's my passion, like a hobby for me. So driving keke is not a permanent job for me. So I just wish one day maybe things will turn around. For everybody pray for better living.
So for the purpose of yours, we are from where and from what part of Delta State?
Okay, I'm from Ikano East, Tokbo precisely.
Cannot is here in Delta State.
Yeah, Delta State.
So I learned at the time you travel out of this country to Ghana.
Yes, sir.
And then you eventually came back before you pick up keke. Why did you decide to pick up keke rather than looking at the way others are going?
Well, everybody have a different mindset. For me, I know that one day I will be at the top because I've been working hard every day. I don't believe in what I don't have, or maybe expecting something from who I don't know. So I wish I would work hard for myself and earn a living, change things for my family and pay my dues. That's what I believe.
Okay.
Yes,
So when you went to Ghana, can you share your experience with us in Ghana? What did you do? Because what most people believe that when you go to Ghana, it's going there to do money ritual. So can you share your experience with us in Ghana?
Yeah, when I got to Ghana, actually a friend invited me there. So the work they were doing there is not paying. So yeah, we find it very hard to survive. So I have to switch to another work that will pay me every month. So they made me a supervisor over there, like a company. They call the man's name is Ikumi. So because of my experience and my educational standards, so he decided to make me the supervisor. So things went well, though I decided to come back on my own, not because I have any problem. Yeah. So
the money we were making in Ghana was not enough to take care of you, or you were not comfortable living there?
It's not as if I'm not comfortable, but during that COVID issue, so I decided to come back home.
Okay.
That's why.
But this is from your CV. You have shown that there is hope for our youth because you have shunned all of those anti-social vices that our youth are known for. And you have shown that with hard work, belief in yourself, in your ability, the sky is the limit. I want to thank you for this kind of mindset. It shows that you have a positive mental attitude, and if you keep working on this path, you would always become a success. But I want to find out from you. You say music is a passion, and it is something that you must have started doing at very early stages in your life. Is that true?
Yes.
When did you start, and how did you get into music? How did you get into music? You will have to, because the point is, we have seen that you have shown your resilience in terms of fighting your way through, whether it is doing media jobs, you have a goal. How did you start music?
Well,
and when as well?
I would say I started when I was little, like my tender age.
How old were you then?
Like 10 years.
What was your first experience singing to a crowd? How did it all start?
Yeah, I could remember back then when I was in secondary school, top grammar school. We used to come and sing for them in the assembly ground. Like that time, I don't have my own particular song, but we do sing like Tupac, R. Kelly, sometimes do gospel. So before I started doing my own.
Okay, that is his music.
Okay, this is a clip from your...
Yes, sir.
So continue.
Yeah. So you did all of that at school.
Yeah.
Was there any structure in school that promoted music, or did you just, because of your love for music, you started it yourself, or is there any in your school that who encouraged you the most?
That time, there's one of youth corps that was serving during that time. So he do encourage us. He love music. He teach us how to dance, like dance step. So he's always there for us. If we want to go to like studio, he will support us with transport and feeding. That time we don't have enough. So, and though my parents didn't accept the fact that I want to be a musician at first, but when they saw the potential in me, so they decided to support me. As in, they do pray for me, even though they don't have enough money to sponsor it.
Okay, the one that is being played now was what's it called? Shot in Ghana.
In Ghana, yes, sir.
So how were you able to do that? Was it personal sponsor, or you get some group that enable you to do that?
Yeah, you see that I used to attend one church there, so we do sing. So one man decided to sponsor this video. So in the back there, they do support people. Like you have to feel at home when you are with them.
Okay.
So they like all this kind of thing, promising talent. So they encourage it.
What's the music scene like in Ghana for young and upcoming artists? Is it something that you find the society want it? Does the society support it? Is this compare Nigeria and Ghana in terms of support from family, relatives, and the society?
Though we have larger markets here,
Yeah.
but the support over there is small compared to here.
How do you mean? How do you mean? Yeah.
Like if you are doing something now, like you are having a concept, you see people that will gather. Those that have money, they will give you. Those that will, anything anybody can offer, they will.
So they are appreciative of talent when it's being displayed in Ghana.
Yeah.
Down in Nigeria, you think?
Yeah. Well, back if you don't have money, you can't do it.
In Nigeria. So since you came back now, how has it been? The video was shot when in Ghana. When was that? When?
Like March last year.
March last year. So since you came back, have you been able to do anything in Nigeria?
The ones I've been doing Yeah, I've been trying, but compared to there, though people here are facing different problems because of light or maybe, but there they have constant light compared to here. But the support or the maybe like you are doing something in the studio, somebody will come, like you want to go to radio station, all those kinds of, somebody will sponsor it, or is there more compared to here.
Okay. Yep. But how did you combine education and your musical career while in school? Because from what you have just said now is your parents were not financially, they couldn't adequately foot your. How did you go to school and play music and come out without dropping out?
I would say it's God, because it doesn't interfere with my studies.
Music.
So if I want to do music, maybe after lecture, maybe I want to compose music, it doesn't affect my studies. So that's why. Because I feel like maybe if you wake me up around 2 in the midnight and you give me a microphone, then maybe you present some, I'll be able to do what I want to do. So it doesn't affect my studies.
Would you say your education has impacted on your musical career and development? How has it impacted?
Because during that period now, as in, it helped me to create exposures. Like many people heard my music, like they endorse it, they like it.
Okay, I think let's get them to play while we listen to, because we can't hear what he's saying now. So let's listen to the one of the tracks that you have. It's being played there.
Yeah, that guy in LA for your TV, they come to you. You so beautiful. See the way you just shake, you cool. I want to meet your people. With your tingling, you told me crazy. If I tell you I love you, no tell me back bullshit. On the street, baby girl, you cause emergency. Make the niggas want to drink water, they are thirsty. The way you package, girl, you fit take by person. The way you want your beauty back, I see like fan Betty. Oh baby, twerk it for me, I want check it. I no go free him, another nigga want take it. This life we living on is now democratic, but I do the have you with my autocracy. If I could be the only one that can't touch it, oh baby girl, I no go take off for granted. Yeah. I don't let them know who they change fe. I can't imagine you look sing but me must a quick beautiful. Baby girl, get bumado. So one igba call me she beautiful. Baby girl, get bumado. So one igba call me she beautiful. She not need Mary Kay, finer than princess, African queen. I'm about to put on a guy's on cue. I must to bust up the triangle today, not today. Any lay chocolate baby jacket many yeah. All you gotta do is just to show me the way. Give back to sons and daughters to that Morrissey. I don't know but I don't need anywhere. I know let them know who they change fe. I can't imagine you look sing but me mess a quick yeah. Udara dane dane when sin I no le bene bo who de change fe. I can't imagine you look sing but me mess a quick yeah. Beautiful. Baby girl get bumado. So one igba call me she beautiful. Baby girl get bumado. So one igba call me she beautiful.
The particular track you were playing that he was playing that day that I got interested in this. How do you see it?
It's for a young and upcoming artist. It's a good effort, and you could see that there's raw talent there. All they need to do is groom and refine it, because he's a talented and courageous person, and because you have to have a plan. And I want to urge him to continue along this path, because we have seen so many youths who have risen out of nothing, out of deprivation, and they have made a mark for themselves in society. They have resisted the temptation of going into crime. You read out over 5 criminal incidents involving youth as young as 14. So kudos to him for this effort, and I think he should keep it up. But one thing I want to find out from, what is your stage name, and how did you become who you are, and your stage name? What's your stage name?
Okay. They do call me Amorisi. It's a coin like from initials. My daddy's name, my name. So that is, my name is Morris Chima.
Okay.
So my daddy's name is Ajabor. So they call me Amorisi. So that's my stage name.
Okay, Amorisi, that's your stage name. Okay. Who among the Nigerian musicians do you admire most?
Almost all of them. They are doing great job there. I love them.
Who's your idol?
If you ask me, I started learning from all those foreign artists.
Okay.
So one of my producers said I should do something like with my language, so that people will know that this is me, because that is where I'm coming from. Yeah.
And you have one in your language?
Yeah.
Outside the one we have seen there, can you sing that one in your language before we go into other issues?
Yeah, I do sing a lot of my language. That is what I do most.
Okay.
Can you sing one for us?
Give us one.
Okay. Yeah. This one, we're working on this one now.
Do you want any beat from us?
Let's give us.
Okay.
This is copyright. It's not original, because I know that there's a song in my place that they sing
No, if it is from the culture, if it is something that is folklore,
yes,
then you can, because
it's copyright. It's copyright.
No, it's not copyright.
I'm saying because that's this.
No, he is a member of that ethnic group.
Okay.
And
it's part of it.
Yes, he grew up knowing that kind of music, and of course, it is his place now to maybe modernize it, or maybe not modernize it, but reinvent that song, because I've listened to Victor Ivo sing Joromi, the late Victor Ivo, Joromi, and all those beneath folklores, and they became their real hits, you know. Okay. So he has not done anything wrong. If you copyrighted,
I wanted to sue him for copyright.
You couldn't possibly do that.
The music could be tricks too.
But the most important thing I take from this is I'm happy that young people have seen that with a little bit of effort and courage, self-belief, you can succeed.
Okay. I think we have to open up the line now. Later I'll come back to you to see seek your advice to the youth who are wanting to go into social vices that won't take them anywhere. Drug abuse. So many people are now demented because of engagement in drug and all that. Later I'll ask you whether you take something to come on stage. So you can call now. You can call to make your contribution on the way we should go in handling the issue of these menace that has taken over our youth, get quick rich syndrome, kidnapping, ritual killing, you know that all of these are being perpetrated by the use of this generation. And if care is not taken, we may not have reasonable use that will take over the baton when the generation that are in leadership now will go away. The number to call is 0812-106-9621, 0807-843-4277. What is your message to the youth of the generation in, trying to divert their attention to meaningful engagement?
Well, thank you very much for that question, sir. The youth of Nigeria should know that we are blessed beyond reasonable doubt. We are blessed with everything that we want in life. So engaging yourself in such a vice may not all go well for you. You will see that some people ended up 6 feet. Some are there in the prison. Some are there like roaming about the street because of maybe hard drugs. Some engaged in some criminal acts that maybe along the line they got shot. They just died for nothing. So if you have foresight or you have focus in life, you will know that if you engage yourself in that, you might not be able to fulfill your wish in life. So I will advise that we should put a stop to that, because it's not going to help you. Some people that indulge themselves in this ritual art, they will not last long. They will just die along the line. So it's not helpful. So I will advise I will stop that.
Okay. Okumbwa, what lesson can we also draw from his experience? A graduate of electrical electronics from Auchi Polytechnic. He has taken to riding of keke to make ends meet. Are you married?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that what you are using to take care of your family?
Yes, sir.
Here in Asaba too? So what lesson can we draw from this, Okumbwa?
Yeah, it's a very positive one for me, because rarely you find young, educated, focused and youth that have a positive mental attitude. Rarely you find them, because I have seen so many young people. You see them dressed in very outrageous fashion and
let's take this.
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and location? Okay.
Location is Ajabor.
Okay, go ahead.
Please, I just want to appreciate the man sitting down there with you. He looks very much like my dad.
Okay,
The man that followed you to anchor the program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Meet him well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Your daughter is meeting you.
Thank you very much, my daughter. But the truth is, this young man should be actually applauded for his what he has done, how much he has come in life. It is not, like I was saying, you find a lot of youth. That's what we see these days. They dress in very outrageous fashion and they just loiter and do nothing. And say they want to become famous. I asked a few of them, how do you intend to achieve fame? There must be an A, B, C, D plan. Do you have a plan? And when you ask them, they are not sure of what to answer. So a man who has plan, a young man who has plan, and is working his plan, should be applauded and should be commended. I think the Delta State government should also come to the rescue, to the assistance of such persons. I think the Delta State government is youth-friendly. They have established so many youth empowerment schemes. But they should look deeper as well. Maybe he should also reach out and get help from government, because this is one case of somebody who is prepared to work hard, and is one clear case. Because one of the things we hear from the youth empowerment scheme of government is that a lot of people who are doing, some of them, not a lot of them, some of them who are being given these starter packs and all this training are not really interested in the things government. It's like they are just forcing them into it. But this is clearly a case of somebody who has passion and is interested. I know there's a data talent hunt somewhere in Delta State where the state government is also supporting. I'm sure this is where they should key in and use your talent for the state.
Reminded me of that. Have you at any given time, attempted to be engaged in this data talent, or is it still in existence? Have you heard of it?
No.
So let's take this. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. Your name and location, sir.
Okay, I'm Festus.
Okay.
From Asaba.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you for your discussion this evening.
Yes, sir.
I want to say that this our generation of leaders in their shape of themselves, that they are raising a hybrid children that have lost the dignity for labor, children that have discovered that to get money quick is relegated, and that is why we see what we are seeing because of the value system we have projected to them. You see, I know before I left my home about 1973. My father told me one thing. He said, please, as you are going, don't touch anything that does not belong to you, that somebody did not give to you. And that still remains fresh in my mind up to today. And my children, each one of them, I let them know this, that this is what my father told me. And that was there in his heart. You see, so when we begin to live such an exotic life that the children now think that is just all that matters. And the respect for human dignity is no longer there. Value for human life is no longer there. Then we should be ashamed because it is our hybrid, our product. So I don't know, as we're discussing it, let us, as much as we can, still talk to the little young ones that are growing up because they seem to be in another world. They seem to be in another world. All these ones are talking, they do not enter there. So, thank you very much.
Thank you for your contribution.
Yes, I laugh because what is saying resonates with me, and this young man is an example of what we want our youth to become, and that is why we are promoting him. That is why he's the guest for today, because we understand that this young man understands the dignity of labor. He has a degree in electrical electronics. That is somebody who has gotten to some height in education. Yeah.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Your name and location.
John, I'm from Asaba.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
The program is highly commendable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to actually thank you for the organizing something like this. Because if you look at our society today, you see that we don't celebrate the type of things which young boys do. Rather, we celebrate those who go for shortcuts. People now are celebrating the Yahoo, whether Yahoo Club. Whichever way you get your money, that is the one that people celebrate. Based on what you just said, maybe if not probably enter it today, nobody will have known today. and you have your own experience. That is why you invite me to this studio today. So they both have done so well for themselves, and the society celebrates people like this. So that the young ones who are having a sort of following the Yahoo way, they will not say they are sensitivity level.
Yeah.
So that's the little thing I have done. I want to contribute to organizing something like this. I feel quite good.
Thank you.
I wish everybody would say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You see, Nigerians know what is good, and Nigerians. I am happy that a lot of Nigerians out there, they have not morally, their moral, their understanding of what is morals, true morals, is still very, very much intact. It is just that the people who flaunt wealth, the people who lead us, are the problem that we face, because this issue of ritual for money and the desire to make quick wealth, in the 80s it wasn't like this. It began to slide precipitously from 80s, but before then people worked hard, and I'm very happy that we have an example. Not go to the street of Asaba, go to any of the big shopping malls around 8 o'clock. You understand that morality has gone to the dogs. You see very little young girls.
14 years old.
Yes, all of them skimpily dressed and soliciting for sex. It's as bad as that. And I think government should step up. The federal government has actually come hard, and the security agencies, we must not take that from them, because I know that Abraka, JC, and a few other communities around in Delta State, even they used to be center for this Yahoo business, and the police have driven all of them out of there, and they have all scattered. Because remember the case in Delta State? Yes.
Hello? Yeah? Good evening. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Okay, go ahead. Okay, move away from your TV set if you can't turn it now.
Like some people, they dress it out of fashion, and they have no meaning to it.
Okay.
And those people, like, things are very hard now. So whatever that gives you money is what you will try your best to do so that you have the money.
Okay.
Because, like, those people, but the bad thing inside is don't kill your fellow human being not because of money. Why do you have the money? You have the money for you to help them, not to kill them.
Yeah.
So I not really support doing Yahoo and ritual.
Okay, Deborah, how old are you?
I'm 15 years.
15 years old. The one you mentioned that are those that go to hotel area, hang around looking for men to take them out. That is the one is saying now. Like we are speaking now, you are speaking from your house, Abi.
Yes, sir.
Which means you are not out there. So it's your type that we want to encourage. You understand? So that other girls will learn from you. But dressing nakedly, exposing some parts of your body does not make you beautiful.
It doesn't at all. It doesn't.
You understand? So try to as much as you can to dress modestly,
decently,
so that men who are also decent will see you. Some of these girls that you see out there, some people that will marry them are like they're in the same category. You understand?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And let me also come in. Deborah, you have shown that you are a decent girl, and you are at home and living in the home of your parents. Yeah, and I commend you. Keep on doing it. Study hard, and The sky is the limit.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, bye-bye. You understand? So, although what she says is that it's not all of them that are bad.
No, true.
But the way you dress is the way you will be addressed. That's
true.
the same.
Yeah.
If you didn't dress, with some part of your body exposed, anybody that sees you on the street will say, this one is, you understand? So, dress modestly.
While we understand that fashion has is taking a hold on youth, but if you expose your very private parts and to the public, how do you think they will view you?
Sorry.
Nobody takes it seriously.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Your name and location.
Okay, my name is Happiness.
Okay. What?
Yeah, from Asaba.
Happiness, I think.
Happiness.
Yeah, Happiness, and Marco from Asaba.
Okay, go ahead.
It's about the young guy, Chima.
Yeah.
The young guy, that music, I love the music. And I love the spirit in that guy. Because that guy, the way he said since 2014, started music career. Up to now, he's still on this program. And that music that he plays, we should interpret it in that time so that something like that. That's very good music that can change a lot of lives.
Okay.
Because when you see the way they dress now, society dress now, majority of men carrying them, they are all married men. And I must tell you that the dressing that attracts those men, they need that married people to go after them. It's not supposed to be so. I would like you to tap that song so that people that don't understand it understand it.
Okay. Thank you. You say you should interpret it, but it's not really plain now.
But I understand what
he also is
he listens to the lyrics and
message inside.
He thinks that the lyrics, if it is interpreted,
no. He said something that is part of the
okay, something about
which means he understands what he says. So he says it's very good if you can interpret it to our listeners. You understand? So we will maybe before we round up we'll play it again, but the time is not on our side. If you are given an opportunity now to perform on stage, can you perform?
Of course. That's what I'm
Do you do live band?
Yes.
Or you mime along with instruments?
If I have instrumentals, I will sing it. If I have DJ alongside, I will sing it.
You still sing, okay. So you perform live on stage.
Yes,
do you have any? This album is already out. Do you have any future project you are working on?
Yeah. See, every day we keep working harder, because if you relent, then maybe you go off the line. So if you ask me, every day I like to go to studio to do new projects. So I have a lot of work that is ongoing. Yeah.
Okay. And also, you should understand that most of the musicians that are running today, their first album, maybe nobody heard about their first album.
Yeah.
So you will continue to build until you hit a track like Zazu or those the video. They didn't start one day and they become famous.
Yeah.
So be resilient. Don't lose hope. One day help will come. Maybe when Lester become very rich, he can that you have known him, and when he become very rich, he will not call you to say that your album, I want to market it.
Yeah.
And there's also gain in marketing such a album. Sorry, let's take this. Hello? We lost it. Because those managers of big time musicians now, they are making hell of money through such persons. So I think it's a business that people in this state can also look into. Mm-hmm. Because what is killing, there are so many talents out there. What is killing all of them is because there's nobody to encourage them to do. But like this one, if you struggle to a stage and there's nobody to push him, he may give up and look into another direction.
But I think youth in Delta State should key into some of the initiative of the governor. No, there's a film village, and there's a leisure park that is going to be commissioned very soon,
Yes.
and I think the musical. Go ahead.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, your name and location, please.
I'm calling from Mataba.
Your name?
I am
Modi, I think Modi.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I said the guy thinking and I was watching when the guy was thinking. So I can be able to understand that the guy is the guy that can be able to produce a song where everybody can hear from one part. I believe it from my mind. So I want to like people can get it for the song, like giving opportunity, help me in life, so that he can be able to do well more than actively get up to that difference. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Mr. Mobi, you can also help us. The amount is too small. Now that you have appreciated this music, you can also help to spread the gospel. So, have you mass produce it?
It's online.
It's online. Okay. So maybe before you go, you can tell them how they can access it online. You understand? So you were saying something.
Yeah,
so Mr. Mobi, we want to thank you. Do you still want to go ahead and make more contribution? Okay. Well, he has gone. Let's take this. Okay. Hello? 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 We lost it.
So the point I was making is with the coming on stream of the musical, the Delta musical facility that the government is building, I'm sure
The film village.
the film village, yeah, I'm sure they will be able. Talents like this can take advantage of that, and because what that essentially does is bring the film and the musical industry to Asaba, Delta State, and with the facilities there, and if he's lucky to get in there, he will be refined and polished, and he will become a big star, because the energy, the vibes I get from him is strong. I think he can do his. I think Deltans, it's not only music. You can express your talent in several other ways, and we are saying that the youth of today, they are the future of tomorrow. And if we do not have a strong foundation, the youth cannot truly lead us. Because I think nothing really stops this man from leading, because he's educated. It's just that the opportunities are not there. And I'm asking government to look in the direction of this type of persons and assist them. Yeah.
So time is not on our side. Chima will soon be rounded up. What is your message? Finally, either you need people to support you, message to the youth, message to music lovers, and anything you want to tell Deltans and Nigerians.
Well, I would say big thank you to this government, this present government. They are really doing well. So if you ask me, what the youth, like in my category now, what we need especially is like access to studio like
Facilities.
so that anytime we have new work to do, like new project, we don't need to go and look for the money first before coming to the studio. After everything, then the producer will start stressing us, then before you know, everything will be frustrated. Then the dream, the like the effort you want to make or the message you want to send, everything might go down. So that is one of the
Challenges.
So they should try to include it in this village they are building now, because it's very close to us now.
Yeah, if
that will encourage
a studio where artists can come and pay a very subsidized rate and produce their music.
Okay. What about the youth? Your message to the youth who are also not thinking the way of hard work?
What I would advise them is keep on the hard work, as in keep it up. Do not give up on your dream. Do not give up on what you believe in. One day you will certainly get there. You get to the top. So that is what I want to assure them.
So your final word, so that we can leave the studio guy to really play the music as well as well.
My final word is the federal government and the state government, yes, they are doing a lot in checking the menace of criminally minded youths, and they should crank up the screw so that our youths would forgo crime and engage themselves in productive ventures so that the nation can truly progress, because the youths are the very foundation of any virile, prosperous and happy nation. That is my message to the youths, to government. And the youths, please reject ritual money-making ventures. They never produce. You have just killed somebody in vain. Work hard, go to school, learn a skill, and you will be a success. Success is different. Some people can desire success to own $1 billion. Some can just having the simple tools to live on a daily basis is success to some people. So define your success and use it to your advantage, and don't indulge in criminal activity. That's to the youths.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Our guest has been Chima Ajabor, a graduate of electronics engineering from Auchi Polytechnic. He's a Deltan from Utoku in the Kanotis here in Delta State. He's a musician, and because of the economy of this country, he's into keke riding. There's one thing I didn't remember to ask you. Have you at any day regretted engaging in keke riding?
Yeah, like one evening I was heading home and my tire got punctured. That was one of my greatest regret. That day I was like, I will just leave this keke here and go home. I'm tired of all this one. And that day was something else.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for coming. I still want to thank you for always standing to co-anchor this program. God will continue to give us the grace to bring more news that we showcase for others who are tempted to go the other way, to have a rethink. Still, we want you to come up with the music as we leave the studio, so that those who have listened before and those who have not listened can really hear what Chima has done to keep himself going. My name is Michael Ikoko. Join us same time tomorrow.
See the way you shake, you cool. I want to meet your people. With your tingling, you tell me crazy. If I tell you I love you, no tell me back bullshit. On the street, baby girl, you cause emergency. Make the niggas want to drink water, they are thirsty. The way you package, girl, you fit take my person. The way you want your beauty back, I see like fan better. Oh baby, twerk it for me, I won't check it. I no go free him, another nigga won't take it. This life we living on is now democratic, but I do not have you with my autocracy. If I could be the only one that can't touch it, oh baby girl, I no go take off for granted. Yeah. I don't live on a boat who they change fe. I can't imagine your logos in by my mother quick beautiful. Baby girl, get bumado. So one nigga call me she beautiful. Baby girl, get bumado. So one nigga call me she beautiful. She not need Mary Kay, finer than princess, African queen. I'm about to put on a guy's on cue. I must to bust up the triangle today, not today. He only lay chocolate baby jacket many yeah. All you gotta do is just to show me the way. Keep back to sunset, that does to that more receive. I don't know. I know let me know who the chain fail. He can't imagine your logo sing by my mess a quick bow, yeah. Who the chain fail. He can't imagine your logo sing by my mess a quick bow, yeah. Beautiful. Baby girl, get